I gave myself 12 hours to not only learn how to speedrun Breath of the Wild, but also complete a run as fast as possible and become the best speedrunner ever. After starting the challenge, I was informed by my chat that no one who has attempted a 12-hour challenge of Breath of the Wild has ever completed it because the ending is apparently really hard. And I had only played about 20 minutes of Breath of the Wild in my life leading up to this. But I didn't let that stop me. I didn't let that scare me. Now, if you've never seen a Breath of the Wild speedrun, it is a little busted. Breath of the Wild speedruns basically work like this. You clear the Great Plateau, which consists of going to the various shrines to get your power-ups to ultimately get the paraglider, using a bunch of glitches along the way. And once you have the paraglider, you haul your ass over to the castle, you slap the blights around, show Ganon who's boss, and call it a day. And so that was the first thing I had to learn. This is my journey into Breath of the Wild speedrunning. This is the first thing I had to learn: how to skip the intro of the game. The technical name for this is a scope clip, and it's big because it locks the day cycle, so time does not move, and it's just fast. Right, okay, so examine. And I'm going in. Is it over or can I... After a lot of moaning off camera in this corner and also jumping at this wall like an idiot, it happened. Stop. Oh! I am a legend! My first glitch! Yay! 16 minutes in and I did it! Now after you clip, all you have to do is climb this mountain here by doing something called whistle sprinting, where you just whistle, and for whatever reason, you don't burn any stamina while sprinting while whistling. You just do that, you go up the hill, and then you pop out of this little snow patch, which looked really easy. I am going to die from the cold. I am going to die from the cold. I'm dead. But eventually I got it. Let go, man. Oh my god, I'm out. Next, we pick up the tools which allow us to completely bust this game open. We get a spear and a shield. If you know anything about Zelda, you know that once you have a shield, things just kind of get weird. Breath of the Wild is no different. Yo, they took the spear. Not cool. Can I do anything? Ah! Why are you not taking? Oh, I'm pressing B. Why is it so hard? Like a god. Then we got to the real sauce. The clips and skew. Now, for whatever reason, if you do a neutral shield surf, which is basically just landing on your shield without moving, on a slope, the next time you do a shield surf and then unequip your shield in midair, Link does this. I did it. Wait, that was it. You saw that shit? When he does that, he just is able to clip through stuff. What's good? What's good? Call me a legendary speedrunner. It is I. And this is when it starts to get bonkers. But you haven't seen anything yet. This is the most powerful glitch of Breath of the Wild. This trick is called Bow Lift Smuggle Slide. This is an insane glitch. I've never seen something like this in a game before. I'm not even gonna try to explain how this works because I'll be honest, I have no idea how it works. But basically you need something to pick up. So here we use a pot. You pick up the pot while holding your bow, then you jump, drop the pot, unequip your shield, pull out your bow, cancel it, and then all of a sudden you have a pot for a hand. Now this is sick because as soon as you have a pot in your hand and you get on a ledge or try to climb a short ledge, this happens. A lot of pots died in the making of getting this glitch. No. Oh. What is happening? I got it. I was floating. And once you're floating, you just gotta jiggle back and forth in the opposite direction of where you wanna go, and you just go. So the first shrine we gotta go to is the bomb shrine, because once you have bombs, you can do BLSS anywhere, because you can just drop the bomb and use it like a pot. And if you thought we were just gonna walk into this shrine, then you are horribly mistaken. It's time for another clip. You pull up to this crack, you flip into it, boom, you're in. Yeah. 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 In the shrine. I'm an hour and a half into the challenge at this point, feeling pretty good, feeling confident with myself, feeling like I'll be able to complete this speed run. I just gotta stay focused. You thought we were just gonna walk into the shrine and just do it normally? No, sorry, wind bomb time. What's a wind bomb? Oh, simple. You jump, drop circle bomb, go into bullet time, drop a square bomb, then blow up the circle bomb, all really quickly. And if you do it right, at the right angle, the square bomb will launch into Link's ass and send him flying. What the hell? I talk to the weird statue, I get the thing, I exit, and it's time for another BLSS. I'm definitely getting better at setting it up, but the controlling it while flying it's a little difficult. I'll admit it's a little difficult, but you know. Anywho, we get over to the Magnesis Shrine. You know, I do my clip. And why am I just face planting in the wall? Aim in. Staff. Boom. Up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Perfect. First try like a boss. I go through the shrine relatively normal, and then we get right back to what speedrunners love doing the best. Ruining the integrity of these games and exposing them for the broken pieces of trash they are. All right, that was kind of toxic, sorry. But we do more glitches, another BLSS, slide on over here, do a little wind bomb out of this tree, absolutely launch myself up to the Stasis Shrine. Oh! Oh! A quintessential speedrunning moment, if you will. I think that I understand this trick. I got it once, I do it again, I get it again, I'm like, okay, boom, I got it, easy. All right, got it. Next. But little did I know what would be soon to come. Next, we do what we've already done twice. You clip into the shrine, you know, I don't really gotta explain it. We go through the shrine, run through it. Okay, it's all good and fun. Making great progress. We're 2.5 hours into this challenge, and I mean, we gotta be doing good. Now here you're meant to use this rock with stasis. Unfortunately, my spear was damaged. That's why I couldn't do it. It's not because I didn't know how to do it. Obviously, I could do the technique. I didn't really need to practice it or figure it out. I just go around, not a big deal, and we go up to this tree, blow it up, do a little BLSS, which is probably the hardest one in the run because you gotta maneuver around this mountain. It's cold, so you're freezing. You might die in the air like I do. Am I just gonna die in the air? Can I eat while I'm doing this? No! After a few attempts, I make my way over to the Cryona Shrine, and this is the hardest shrine to clip into. I don't know why. And it's not even because of the fact that it's freezing and Link dies in 2 seconds from the cold because he can't take it, he can't handle it. I won't die from frost. I'm too warm. I'm too hot to die. It's just a hard clip. You know, just like the other clips, I learned my way through, I practiced it, I got my angles down, and ultimately, we made it in the shrine. Now this is where it gets hype, because we're done with the shrines, it's over, no more shrine clips. We talk to this weird guy, he tells us to come and follow him and he'll give us a special gift. But getting over there is, you know, easier said than done. Obviously there's the frost. I refuse to die to frost, I'm not a bitch. You bitch. But then even landing on this, you know, it's a big structure, you'd think it'd be easy to land on, but eventually, we make it. When we get our paraglider. And at this point, I decide, okay, we did the Great Plateau, as they call it, the shrines, you get the paraglider. So I think it's time for a little review. Let's see how fast can I do it all in one straight, continuous go. Now, how do I take this little practice run and turn it into something a little more enticing? Gambling. I run a prediction for my chat to see who believes that I can do it in under 35 minutes, because I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. I feel pretty good about my clips, I feel pretty good about my BLSS, my wind bombs. Surely I can do it in under 35 minutes. 70% don't believe. And 70% of my chat didn't believe that. So we'll just have to see how it goes. I get the scope clip at the start without too much of a struggle, and we're off. I head on over to the Temple of Time, clip in, no problems. Who is this man? But here's where the problems start. BLSS. Gives me some issues. The pot keeps breaking. I gotta get other pots. It's a little messy. Little bit of time, but you know, the sub 35 dream is still alive. Except for one problem. Like a god. God. All right. Who's mad? Who's fucking mad? Who's mad? Wait, is this? What the? How did I end up in the wrong? My GPS sent me to the wrong place, bro. It's kind of a problem because the bomb shrine gives you bombs, and when you have bombs, you can do BLSS anywhere. But I don't have bombs after the shrine, so, Anyway, we make it to the bomb shrine, and, I have a little bit of memory loss, so I jog my memory. I get the clip, but I can't get into the loading zone. And I keep trying, and for some reason it won't work. Why doesn't it work? Well, I lost skew. Never lose skew, okay? If you lose skew, you lose yourself. You lose everything. You have to leave and try again. Obviously, I know you're watching this video because you totally plan on speedrunning Breath of the Wild, so let me just drill it into your head, okay? Do not be like me and lose your skew. I proceed to die in this shrine trying to do this stupid wind bomb that saves like 10 seconds over doing the shrine the normal way. Eventually, I get it. We finish the shrine, and this is when things start to take a turn for the worst. I dick around with this BLSS and ultimately decide, you know what? I'm over BLSSs, okay? We're just gonna walk to the tree. I'm just running, dude. I don't care. We are still looking like we could maybe get the sub 35. It's obviously not the best pace, but, you know, 20 minutes on the clock, got 2 more shrines, and then the paraglider. It's possible. I get to the tree, and you remember that part earlier where I was like, yeah, I understand this. Yeah, I get this. Oh! Yeah, see, it's easy. All right, got it. Next. And I told you that it's a whole, like, quintessential speedrunning thing. Well, this is what I mean. It's a classic speedrunner hubris. You get a trick, you think you're good, you might get it twice, but you are not good. You're not. You got lucky, you don't understand it, and I was humbled by this wind bomb. This wind bomb off of this tree is way harder than I thought it was. It is way more precise than I thought it was. And it proceeds to bend me over and do things which I can't really describe due to the fear of not making money off of this video. Anyways, after some time, by some stroke of God, I make it up the mountain. That's it. That's it. I make it into the Stasis Shrine after, you know, again, a little bit of struggling. Timer's at 27 minutes. It's not looking so good for the sub 35, but it is still possible. All right, I have 8 minutes to do the rest, which should be plenty of time. All right, Stasis done. No! It isn't. The sub 35, it's dead. Okay, I'm gonna just be honest, it's dead, but it's still a good run. It's still a good first attempt. I wrap things up. We get the paraglider, okay? And we end with a nice time of 40:19. Now, before I learn more of the run, I just wanted to go back and learn a couple things. Just make sure I had them down. The biggest thing being this wind bomb off of this tree. Now, thankfully, I had Limcube, a professional Breath of the Wild speedrunner, in my chat help me learn this stuff that he got into a call with me. Limcube!
Yo, what's up?
What up, man? How are you doing?
I'm good. Okay, look, after this, basically, right, you can unscope now.
Right.
And now you can basically look up. Before you even do the wind bomb, just look up. And now go back an instant. Oh, there we go. No lag, instant wind bomb.
My chat proceeded to do something that I only ever see in a blue moon. They went into full-on cult mode over this guy, Limcube. Everything he does, everything he says, Giga Chad. The way that he breathes into the mic, the way he exists, the way he knows when a trick will work. Literally not fucking saying a word in the call.
So basically,
yeah. My chat literally looked like this for hours. It was just Giga Chad walls. Giga Chad, Giga Chad, Giga Chad, Giga Chad, Giga Chad, Giga Chad. Anyway, we get to learning the final back end of Breath of the Wild any %. And let me just say, The ending of Breath of the Wild any percent ramps up a lot. Okay, you do a BLSS off of this tower, and you go over and get these shrooms. Now, we have to get these shrooms because I don't have an amiibo because I'm a broke bitch. And these shrooms are used for a recipe that gives Link a huge damage boost for the final fight. And now, the final BLSS to the castle. That's right. We are launching all the way from here to the castle. Because you're moving so fast, the game literally cannot load the gate that blocks you from getting into the castle, so you just fly in.
Run.
Oh my god! Now that we're in the castle, this is the part where we get geared up. And we get such a specific set of gear. By the end of the final boss fight, all of the items that we acquired should basically be broken. And how do we get a lot of weapons? Well, we'll just take them from other enemies. The things that we are gathering is a Royal Claymore from a statue, a Royal Guards Claymore from a Moblin that we sneak strike, a Tri-Boomerang, and an Edge of Duality from yet another Moblin that gets sneak striked, as well as this bow, plus a bonus bow that I got because I'm not that good at the game and can't hit the bow shots that well.
Okay, Flamingo.
So basically, under this second staircase, go to the left. Not too close to the disciples. Under the staircase.
They see me, coach.
Okay, try to dodge them. Go under the leaves and open the chest. So Nadras, I think it's like Fang. Yeah. In the hallway. Okay.
I'm playing soccer.
The bomb. Amazing dodge. Oh, outplaying the Lizalfos perfectly. Wow, Lizalfos now back in the corner. What will Simply do next? Drops the bomb. Embarrassing, blows himself up. And dies.
Conveniently, there's a pot here, which is also conveniently next to this flame, so we light up an arrow, heat up the pot, and cook this mighty mushroom skewer, which is 4 of those razor mushrooms combined with the shard of Nadra's fang we got from the chest under the stairs to give us a 13-minute long attack up 3 potion, which is a huge boost for damage. We maneuver through the rest of the castle, pick up a couple more items, some ancient arrows, and now we have to do a very difficult wind bomb, which allows us to get up to this bridge so we can get a couple more items.
This is already fucked. Oh my. Am I fucked?
Looks
Oh
like a
god. Oh no.
Took me a little while, but thanks to Limcube, the absolute Giga Chad god that he is, I figured it out.
Nice. Also nice. And now we go towards the bridge. Oh! Beautiful.
We get up there with all these items in hand. It's time to go to the final fight. A final fight where we need to use this very specific order of weapons as well as an order of attacks so that the items don't break in the wrong spot. We blast off of the bridge towards the entrance to the sanctum. And this right here is why Breath of the Wild any percent is so hard, and why I was told that it is almost impossible to complete this game in 12 hours. This boss fight.
And now the boss fight. So this is the hardest parts of the entire run. Like, it's literally gonna be 10 times as hard as everything we've learned so far. I know this might not sound very motivating, but we got this.
The way you're supposed to beat the game is you're supposed to complete the 4 Divine Beast dungeons and beat these 4 blights so that when you get to the end of the game, you can go straight to the Calamity Ganon fight, who is at half health because of all the hard work that you did. But because we didn't do any of that, we skipped literally everything. We have to fight not only all 4 of these blights, we also have to fight Calamity Ganon at full health. Calamity Ganon is split up into 2 phases. The first phase is much harder than the second one. The second one, you can essentially get him into a stun lock if you hit a parry, and then it's basically a done deal, which is still hard. There is some timing, but the first phase is definitely the hardest part. Now, this wouldn't be that scary if, you know, I had more than 3 hearts, but the fact that I have 3 hearts essentially makes most moves a one-hit KO. And so you have to basically be playing perfectly, avoid all possible damage, while also getting your hits in as optimally as possible throughout all the fights. Not only that, but if you die during any part of this boss fight, you have to go back to the very beginning and start from the top with Windblight. Now, the beginning of this fight's actually super dope. You go up against this wall, and there's an almost Ocarina of Time-like setup, which puts Link in a perfect position such that if you shoot an arrow right as you walk into the cutscene, the Windblight Ganon head hitbox is in the same spot that this arrow is in when the cutscene is loaded, and the arrow basically just does a wombo combo on his face, and he looks like he's going crazy and losing his mind.
What the fuck?
And then he dies.
Dude, whoever found that out is a fucking genius. Holy shit.
The full thing. Press B, run to the left. Hold CL and you jump backwards, nice. And now swing left jump. Well, technically,
Okay.
press pause while still holding down the bow button.
Yep.
This one, you wanna press A.
All right, are you ready?
Yep. This looks good. Now we wait, okay? The VOD is still up, by the way.
Oh.
Okay, you barely missed it, so your visual cue must have been slightly off.
No.
But you'll see his HP. You'll see his HP now. Let's see how much damage you did. Okay, he was literally about to be dead. You can just like hit him once and he's gonna die.
Yeah.
But there's still Water Blight, Fire Blight, Thunder Blight, and Calamity Ganon.
I'm gonna die.
Now, I don't want to even relive this because it was painful, okay? We are at 5 hours and 28 minutes in the challenge. Can you guess what I'm doing for the next 6 hours? Yes, that's right. I'm dying over and over and over
You
again.
might be fine. So if you don't...
What the?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was really close, though.
Slowly but surely making progress, learning the setups, learning exactly where to shoot, exactly how to hit, all the little intricacies of each Ganon. After an hour of spinning over and over on these blights, I finally do it.
Oh, yes. Yes. How many of you doubted? 77%. Get fucked, doubters. Holy shit.
I make it to Calamity Ganon, my chance to learn the actual hardest part of this entire boss fight.
So here he is going for the vertical slash that you just saw in...
All right, let's do it all again. I just pulled out my fucking Sheikah slate and I'm just looking at him like a fucking jackass.
Good first try, great attempt, what a good use of my time. Now I have to go through all the blights again just to get one chance to try and learn this Calamity Ganon fight. Why is this fight so hard? Well, Calamity Ganon hits hard, and pretty much everything's a one-hit KO. And not only that, but this fight essentially requires you to hit parries. A parry is done by holding shield and waiting at the right moment when an enemy is striking to press A, and if you do it right, you will expose them and allow yourself to get in there for some juicy damage. But the problem is, with these parries, if you miss them and the timing is pretty tight for the parry, you die. Anyways, after 30 minutes of failing,
Body had one, as I know.
No.
I make it to Calamity Ganon again.
Ooh, that was nice.
Holy hell. All right, we've made it to Calamity. Second time. Am I gonna die immediately like a jackass?
Nice. Now, okay, backflip. This one is backflipped. Backflip. Nice. Flurry rush. When you target him, it's easier to get headshots because you're auto-target, so you shoot. Headshots, ideally. Now, these next ancient arrows, get one headshot in, and then you get the other headshots for free because he's stun locked. Boom, again. Boom, again. Boom. Okay, none of these were headshots. It's fine. And now, because you don't have bomb barriers, you actually need to hit him 3 times, so he's not gonna get off the wall. You have to pre-aim. This bow is shit. It has... Yeah, you see? Yeah, if he goes for the laser, basically, you wanna, like now, you wanna get close to him, hold CL, and then press A in the perfect timing to deflect it. Maybe he's doing it now. Okay, again, chance. You actually got it. Okay, now you wanna do the spin to win with the Royal Guards Claymore. Okay, that's the wrong weapon, but that is, you take it. Okay. I believe. Close.
I make it a bit further, but ultimately, I die once again. Now, this is when LimCube decides that maybe we need to take this in a different direction if I really want to get this done in 12 hours. He thinks that we should just start a run as normal and just do what I'm doing, except in an actual run, so that I can say it's a speed run. I start a new run, I make it through the shrines, I make it to the paraglider, I get my shrooms, I head to the castle.
Yeah!
No! Get my weapons, and here we are. After an hour and 11 minutes, I make it to the Blights fight. I'm feeling good. I got my shields that are extra because you lose your shields if you fail a parry against Calamity Ganon, so we got some extra shields. We got some extra weapons just in case, and I'm feeling good. I got 3 hours left in the challenge to be able to complete it and say that I did the Breath of the Wild 12-hour challenge. Now, as much as I'd love to go through every single death that happens, I don't really think that's relevant. I think the only things that really matter is how many times do I make it to Calamity Ganon, and do I make it past Calamity Ganon? About 2 deaths and 20 minutes later, I finally beat Thunder Blight and have my first shot at Calamity Ganon. Oh my god. So in the first, I do some damage, but ultimately I get chopped and die. But not bad. Still 2.5 hours left to get this done. Another 30 minutes later, I make it to Calamity Ganon for the second time. Things are going pretty well. I make it about halfway through phase 1, and I go for the parry on the laser, and I parried! Was I early or late? Yeah, back to Blights. Immediately after this attempt, I bounce right back into Calamity Ganon. I make it through the Blights right after. My consistency there is getting much better, but there's still a lot left to learn here in Calamity, and I've yet to even get close to phase 2. You'd think my third attempt would go better than my second attempt, right? It just makes sense. Like, the first attempt wasn't that good, second attempt was a little better, third attempt would be better than the second one. Wrong.
You know what? I walked in.
What is this? He just makes flames. I walked into the flame and died because I have half a heart. I have no health. There's not enough health to do this stupid fight. I get killed by everything. It's so... Calamity Ganon try number 4. This is the best attempt thus far of all of the Calamity Ganon runs. I'm hitting some of my parries. I'm hitting some of my dodges, my flurry rushes. I'm doing damage. We're getting to phase 2. All I have to do is just hit this parry, and that should be enough damage to push him to phase 2, and... I can do this. That's what I tell myself. I can do this. Try number 5 was so bad I don't even want to show it. I decide it's time to eat a chicken sandwich or 2 while rewatching how top runners do the Calamity Ganon fight. I need a little bit of time to relax. I've been running for hours straight, doing this boss fight over and over again. I'm losing my mind. I just need a little bit of time to collect myself, relax, and get a boost of morale to close this thing out before the 12-hour mark. Here it is, Calamity Ganon attempt number 6. This is after I just watched how to do the fight, got some insight, learned some new things. I got the chicken sandwich inside of me. I open with the ancient arrows to the face to get some big damage. Going great, going wonderfully. I get the explosive bombs, shoot them in the face. I'm doing tons of damage. I hit the first parry on the laser and I immediately start shitting myself. I can't believe it. I have to pick up the Royal Guard's Claymore. I go up to the face, miss the first swing, do some decent damage on the face, and break my Royal Guard's Claymore, which is intended, and he's almost in phase 2. I hit the dodge, flurry dash, going with the boomerang, tons of damage being done. Ultimately, an explosive arrow shot to the face pushes him into phase 2, and this is my chance. This is my moment. One more phase, and it's done. The thing is, you have to hit a parry so that you can set up the stun lock on phase 2. I watch phase 2 just to get a warm-up, just to get myself mentally prepared, and I get in there. I hit the parry. All I need to do now is just time my hits and it's over. It's GG. Unfortunately, I forget to switch my weapon, and I'm not able to get the spin attack off in time to keep the stun lock going. I have to hit another parry. And I don't hit the parry. But I still have an hour. But we still have 50 minutes. With 40 minutes left to spare, I hit phase 2 again. I hit the parry, I'm running towards the face, and I do a dash attack, which misses the face, which should be fine, right? But no, that dash attack causes me to miss the stun lock, and I get suplex slammed and dead. With only 10 minutes left to spare on my final Blights attempt that I could have reasonably and still finish in under 12 hours, I don't even make it to Calamity Ganon. All right, well, boys, the dream is dead. Sub 12 is dead. It is dead. And it is very sad. With 6 minutes left, it's just not enough time to complete all the blights and Calamity Ganon. And that's it. Goodbye. Just kidding. I am not ending like that, like a fucking loser. I'm going in. I am not done until I kick this guy's ass. So I keep going. I keep dying, but I keep going. And eventually, I make it to phase 2. And this is the final phase 2 that I saw that day. I got the parry, and now all I had in front of me is something I've never done before successfully. The stun. And I defeated Calamity Ganon with 3 goddamn hearts. The ending fight is really just an auto-scroller. I completed it. I finished my run with a 4:59:13, and that's it. I may not have done it in 12 hours, but I did it in under 13, and I still think that's damn good. Huge shout-outs to Limcube for helping me so much. Huge shout-outs to the Breath of the Wild community. There was a lot of people that came through and helped me. And shout-outs to you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and come stop by my Twitch. Peace, and have a good night.